program. I don't know if the Americans know Father Ted, but maybe they have aired it over here. I'm not sure, but it's a very funny program to watch. Very old program. What do I need as data for shipping if there's a multiple shipping methods and there is a price, weight, rate, and country limits? I might see this a little more clearly without alcohol. What are you trying to order, Netman? Maybe I can try and help you if possible. But yeah, maybe a less alcohol. You could probably read it a bit more clearer. Right. Yeah, it is a PG chat, but I was just referring to the Father Ted. Thank you, Cheese. Thank you. Right. So, basically, we've taken all that stringiness off. So, if you ever want to try celery again and you don't like the texture, but you like the flavor, this might be right up your street. We usually do this for like... we used to do this in the industry for like cheese or cheese boards and things like that. So, people who didn't like the texture of celery, they always used to ask us, how did you remove the stringiness? I was like, we just peel it outside. Pretty simple. I'm working as a web dev. I'm making a web... Oh, okay. Okay. I don't think I could help you with it then. Sorry, I didn't get the reference. Oh, okay, that's okay. No worries. I've never seen anyone peel celery like that before. It's interesting. Yeah, it's something new. Something different. And if you're not a big fan of it, if you don't really care about the texture, then, you know, you'll be fine. But I know certain people not huge fan of the textures. That's why they don't like it. So doing it that way is a nice way to do it. I didn't actually know that. Thanks for the tip on celery. You're most welcome, two guys. You're most welcome. How you doing today, Corey? How's things? I hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. Right, so watch your fingers. I feel like this is a little bit too long, but that's okay. Perfect. Trouble? It's always trouble. Zed, you'll never got any trouble with you. You're always a good chap. How you doing, Zed? Can we get a shout out for Mr. ZFM? If you guys aren't following him, lovely streamer, lovely chap as well. Really nice guy. Please check him out, guys. You don't cause any trouble, Zed. This is all lies and slander. I recommend throwing all the celery out so you don't ruin your food with the flavour, Kappa. If you're not a big fan of celery, you can leave it out. You don't need to throw it away. Pretty good. Just watching you cook and getting an appetite. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here. I would recommend dropping the kakari, the celery, I'm guessing, directly into my mouth. No worries, Goose. Yeah, I had to leave the stream early yesterday because watching the amazing food was killing me, and then I couldn't eat. What was that? Oh, it was that spicy sauce that did it for you, wasn't it, Mr. Cheese? It was that super hot chili sauce. Thank you, Shifty. I appreciate it, buddy. Right. So, we've got our lovely vegetables cut up now. So, plenty of here, but we're going to have plenty of pork butts, so plenty of garnish, right? Bit of each. So, we've got our spring onions, carrots, our cabbage, our cucumber, our celery. You could use any other vegetables if you want to. I guess you could use... you can use a little bit of lettuce as well if you want. But I feel like that would probably be a bit too much for us today. Tomatoes, or, you know, you can go off in any direction. Chef, it's really just data I need. Everybody should be able to do it, but it's be pretty hard to figure out than I'm asking for. I don't know how to explain it, but everybody should be able to do planning. It's simply working on a database structure for shipping. I think I need the name of shipping method, description of shipping method, then another list of max weight, price, package, and country limit for that. Ah, okay. It's exactly the same as me saying everyone can do exactly what I do for cooking. It's just practice and learning how to, right? It's the same with anything. Anyone can do anything. It's just practicing and knowing how to. Nobody can never do anything. No such thing. It's just practice. Practice makes perfect. And even if you fudge up the first time round, you learn, right? You learn. It's all a learning curve. That's how it works. Goodness me. Bit of drink of water. Oh, goodness me. What's going on with this cucumber here? I'm going to cling it and put it in the fridge. We'll set that aside. So, we've got all our garnishes ready. I'm going to have a little look at the buns. We're going to knock that back and get that on the go. Hopefully, which probably will, if we're going to have enough time to do a couple of proofs. So what do I mean by that? So basically the dough, we're just going to kind of knock back. And the longer we leave it, the more flavor is going to help develop, which is great. Especially if you're making like loaves of bread. I like to try and do like a whole day bread. So make it in the morning and then by like 4 or 5 o'clock, bake it. So you knock it back a good 3-4 times. So all that flavor develops in the bread, so you get a good quality bread. I mean, yeah, you could make a bread really quick, but it's not going to be as flavorsome as it should be. So, you know, there are ways to make it quickly, but it won't be as great. And it's kind of the same for the dough buns. You want some flavorsome dough buns? Patience. Look at that. Doubled in size in no time. In no time. So I'm going to give all this a wash up in a second, but let's give this a knockback first. How is everyone? We're doing great, Zed. What have you been up to, buddy? What have you been up to? What have you been up to? Tripled? It's gone pretty quick. It's gone pretty quick. Take your time as well. Don't go pulling it off really quickly, otherwise you'll end up ripping the dough. So just a little bit of patience. Little bit of patience. I mean, you could oil the cling film, but you know, if you have a little bit of patience, then you can do it. There you go. See? Easy. Easy peasy. I'll just set that there. Let me just give this a little clean down a sec, guys. So let me give it a little spray and wipe. You designed a database drunk. Jeff, I think this is one actually is similar than cooking. At this point, I mean, it's basically just a list of lists used to store data. So likely, okay, every shipping method will have a name, description, list of prices, shipping prices, and we'll max the weight, price, and country prices available for. Okay, so it'll do like multiple tasks pretty much just to calculate the final result, right? Will you play soccer with that? No, you can't play soccer with that. Goodness me. Shifty. What's wrong with you, good sir? Not a whole lot. Well, I hope you're okay, Zed. It's good to see you, though. I'm glad you're having a cheeky Wednesday, good sir. I think he did it. Who, me or Netman? And you mean completed it or slightly drunk? Right, okay, so. Look at it. Look at it. It's so beautiful. Right. We're going to knock this back. Nothing wrong with me. Never anything wrong with you. Right, don't really want to knead it too much. I'm just knocking all the air out of it. Ready to go. Ready to go for a second proof. Now, this is something I can do. Well, bake bread. I mean, you could turn this into a bread loaf if you wanted to. But this is not going to be a bread loaf. This is going to be for our steamed buns. So, but yeah, you could use something very similar. For sure. Oh, there's a hole in there. Holy moly. Right, let me flip that around so it's on the right way up this time. Yeah, I want it nice and tight so it traps all the air in there. I saw the hole. You didn't tell me though, did you? You thought you thought you'd let me find out myself. I'm here. You're here or you're not all here? Kappa. Chef is being cheeky today. Cheeky chap. Right, okay, so pull that nice and tight. Perfect. So that's ready to go again. To develop that beautiful flavor in there. Fantastic. Right. You missed the dough again. Cheese. I think he's doing it on purpose. I'm only joking, buddy. I'm only joking. Right, I'm going to do a little quick wish wash. Then I'm going to have a look how far the ribs are off. The ribs shouldn't be too far. But yeah, looks smooth though. It's looking very nice. The textures come out lovely. We're going to give it another prove again. And let it develop that beautiful flavor. Oh man, that quick cutter seems like such a good tool for the cling film. I hate getting cutting cling wrap. It never wants to cut on the edge and it sticks to itself. Actually, when I moved over here, we have those in the industry. Usually you have like a press down or you have a slider. But yeah, I saw that in the shops and I was like, yoink, I'm having that. So you can always re-buy it, but they're expensive. So I just buy the cheap refills. And I just get the cheap cling film and put it in there. Money saving. Money saving. But yeah, they're really handy to have. And yeah, I know what you mean. Or you cut yourself on the metal shredder, or yeah, it's a nightmare. It's always a pain. How you doing, Ink? It's always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Sorry, work. That's okay, Cheese. I'm only winding you up, good sir. It's never a problem, buddy. That cheap and lazy always finds better ways to do things. Hey, you just invest in the box. And then you just buy a few refills until the box breaks, and then you just buy another expensive box. You're just saving money, right? What's the point in rebuying the box every time? You're going to save yourself some money. Save yourself some money. Boop, 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 boop. Delicious. Oh my god. Guys, the smell is phenomenal coming out of that oven. It's like a sweet... And the spice and the flavor of the like cumin, the mustard, the paprika. Oh my god, it's just like it's like a crazy, amazing smell. I love it. So good. Food service boxes are nice. I found the color isn't as nice as that, but you can get like one for like 2,000 feet roll for $20. I'm still working on a box though for like 2.5 years ago. Goodness me, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't think I need to invest in buying one of those. But, I mean, I suppose in the long run you might save some money, probably, if it's only $20. By the time you would definitely save money on it. But, I guess if you can't get the industrial ones, then I would say the best one is to get those ones, definitely for sure. Definitely for sure. Yeah, I needed like an 18-inch film for the dough balls, which has been a lifesaver. Oh, and if you needed that extra length, then yeah, by all means. If I ever need to work on anything like, say for example, you know when I ever like roll up things, especially like with that belly pork, I know I didn't show it on stream, but I just lay a piece of cling film, and then I move over, lay another piece of cling film just overlapping that middle, and then do it again and overlap the other side, so you've got a nice long piece of cling film, and then you can just kind of roll it and wrap it. That's what I usually do. But yeah, if you need the extra long one, then it can be handy for sure. Another table for different things. Oh, different what? Langs, sorry. Check out how they do it on open source solutions. Perfect for a bit of off topic here. No problems. For Netman, right? Yeah, I can't speak your lingo, guys. I'm no good with the coding and computer things like that. I just do the food, right? Keep to the food. Right, just going to give this a scrub. I'm going to get the subs on the board as well, because we had... who did we have earlier on? Ricarpo, the two-month resub. I really appreciate. I'm going to get him onto the board very shortly. Did we have anyone else? I don't think we did. Awesome. Awesome. And then we're going to have a little check on the ribs once we put a few things away as well. Jeff has a database of recipes in his head. That's very true. Very true. recipes as well. They're not all in my head. You have to write these recipes down. It's really important because sometimes when you do things or you haven't done it for a long time, you'll forget. And you're like, I used to do that daily and I totally forgot. So I always write things down. Really important to kind of like write it down. Written in meow. Don't start them off, cheese. Don't start them off. It's been a very quiet day. It's been nice. Right, okay. So let's pop these away. Cabbage and the spring onions. I can use the cabbage up next week or pickle some down, or it's never an issue, never a problem. If somebody could tell me what all went into the liquid the meat is in, that would be great. So you want all the flavors and stuff in Mortal Bros, all the spices we used. So the spices we used, we had mustard powder, so we had 1.5 tablespoons. I had 2 tablespoons of paprika, 1.5 of smoked paprika, I think. I might be changing these now. Garlic powder, 2 tablespoons. Onion powder, 1.5. What else did I have in there? Cumin, I had 2 tablespoons. Bay leaf. What else did I have in there? Onion powder. I already said that one. Garlic powder. Trying to think. Roughly about that. And then obviously a squeeze of honey instead of brown sugar, which majority of people use for the sweetness is the brown sugar for the pulled pork and or maybe ribs or whichever they're doing. But yeah, we used about 3 tablespoons of honey. But yeah, we have got so I think somebody clipped it. Did somebody clip the spices? And obviously salt and pepper, so roughly about 2 teaspoons of cracked black pepper and a good couple of pinches of salt. But yeah, I think somebody clipped it. I'll have a look at my clips and see if it's there. I'm not sure if the person who clipped it is still here. But I can have a look myself. Where's my clips? Oh wow, we have 5 clips for today so far. That's interesting. What antics have I been up to today? I wonder. Where are we now? Oh, sorry. Here we go. The bread recipe, pulled pork. Oh yeah, there was a few of them. Yeah. So, is it this one? I think it was this one. Was it? I don't know. Oh, spice. Here we go. Somebody put spice. But how do I link it? Share. Oh, share. Oh, video link. Copy. There. There we go. I'm pretty sure those are all the spices there. I had to do something prior. Stream some Apex and missed it. Oh, that's okay. It's okay. If that's the wrong clip, I'll try and find the other one. Yesterday you said you had like 2 pinches of salt and pepper. Roughly, how much is that measured in teaspoons? I'm not much of a chef, so you can see. It literally is. How much would that be? I would say about 2 teaspoons. A teaspoon per pinch. Roughly. I would say about that. So, a teaspoon per pinch then. If you want to measure it in teaspoons, then I would say a teaspoon per pinch. So 2 teaspoons would be fine. Unless you're using, bearing in mind as well, guys, when I say salt, I use natural sea salt. Try and not compare it to the table salt because that's more concentrated. It's more stronger. So whenever I use salt, just bear in mind I use natural sea salt, which is not as concentrated, not as strong. So if you're going to use table salt, I would half it and just use like 1 teaspoon instead of 2. Okay, so just bear that in mind as well, please, guys. Just so I don't end up with somebody coming back. Chef, it was really salty. Did you use table salt? Yes. Well, there you go. That's why. That's probably why then. So yeah, just FYI, guys. Okay, so give this a little clean. I'm going to have a check on the ribs because I've got a feeling those ribs are not far off. Not far off. 2 tablespoons of salt. Got it, chef. There's always one. There's always one that's salty. Kappa. Some folks might only stock table salt. Yeah, that's fine. So if any you hear my recipes, half the salt if you use table salt. So pretty simple. It's pretty easy. Or use your head. Just taste it. Add a bit of salt, not too much. Mix it up. Taste it again. If you need more salt, you know, just use your senses. Use your senses instead of measurements. That's what I always usually do. Rather than following things, I just use my senses. Some folks, yeah, sorry. How do you make salt out of a table? It's nothing to do with the table. It just sits on the table. That's why they call it table salt. Goodness me, Alf. Carefully, yeah. Oh my, I forgot that I'm supposed to make system support multiple payments. Damn it. Are you having trouble, Netman? Goodness me. Goodness me, buddy. Right, let's have a look at these ribbages. Smells so good in here, guys. I might knock the temperature up just a little bit more. Just a little bit more, but I think we should be okay for the time being. Oh. Right. You guys ready? Are you ready for some more meaty action? Kappa. Guffin. Oh my goodness me. Thank you so much for the brand new sub, buddy. Talking about subs, I need to get them on the board. I keep forgetting. Guffin, thank you so much for the brand new sub. I really appreciate it. Can we get some love and hype in chat, guys? Please don't show it. I don't want to see it. But, okay, just look away. Look away now if you don't want to see the delicious meat. I'm not held responsible. Oh, baby. Yeah, that's going to need a lot longer. But that's fine. That's fine. Let's have a look at the ribs. How's my ribbages looking? Guffin, thank you so much for the brand new sub, my friend. If you've got a preference to colour, let me know. Right, these need a little touch longer, that's fine. But they are starting to tender up very nicely. So, back in the oven. I'm going to knock the temperature up just a little bit. So, yeah, 400. So that'll be 200 Celsius. Well, I get paid well enough. I can simply remake it in mistakes and yet another table to add. Well, if there's room for errors, that's fine. I'm sure it'll be okay. I can't resist! It's okay. You didn't miss much. Much. Goodness me. Right. Pop this back in. Oh, easy, chef. Don't dribble. Don't dribble. Are we okay? We good? Yeah, we're good. Why put the layer of paper on if you use foil anyway? So, if you put foil directly onto the meats, it will stick. And then you'll have issues trying to pull it off and have annoyances. And second of all, the parchment will hold the moisture in even further. So it will cook even faster. So the parchment does kind of two things as well. It kind of stops it from sticking to the meat, the foil, and also holds even more heat in. Oh, not mistake. Forgot something. I'm just trying to plan it well enough for even future features. Awesome, buddy. I hope it all comes out well. I'm sure it will. Why put... sorry, yeah. So that's pretty much why we do it, Beastie.